Hello, everyone. This is Jonathan back here with another Politics with Jonathan episode. And first of all, I want to start off with a hot take. My hot take is that Mike Rogers definitely should have won that 2024 Senate election, and the core reason he did not is because the RNC thought it would be a good idea to give millions of dollars to Larry Hogan, but to leave him out in the dry. In reality, Ulysses Slotkin raised a lot more money than him, and if they closed that gap, he probably would have won due to Trump winning Michigan by, I believe, about 1.3 percentage points. So today we are going to start off by getting a bit of background into Michigan and the past couple of Senate elections they had. So Gary Peters is the retiring senator from Michigan, and he will have been senator from 2015 to 2017. And before him, of course, was Carl Levin. Gary Peters defeated Terry Lynn Land by about 14 points, a little over 14 points. It shows that back in the day, Barack Obama, I believe, won Michigan by 10 points, and Michigan moved heavily towards the right from 2012 to 2016. So if we go to 2020, this was a much closer than expected race with Gary Peters and now U.S. Representative John James. If we go down to the general election, Dub, or it normally takes me down there. Okay, if we see it here, Gary Peters had about a 7-point lead towards the end, but as we saw with almost all of the 2020 Senate races, the Republicans massively overperformed, and in this case, John James actually outperformed Trump by, I believe, about 0.75 percentage points. So, if we look at here we go. 2026. Gary Peters is retiring. He's not running for re-election. His stated reason is due to the fact that he wants to spend more time with family and he doesn't see politics as a career. So there are three major candidates in the Democratic side. We have Abdul El Sayed, who was the former Wayne County Health Director, Mallory McMorrow, the state senator from the 8th District of Michigan, and Haley Stevens, the U.S. representative from Michigan's 11th Congressional District. And for the Republican primary, the primary candidate is Mike Rogers. And to further iterate how close this race was, yeah, she won it by 0.34. This race wasn't decided for days. So, if we look at this race a bit more, this race has been very divided and very contested when we go over to the polling. Haley Stevens has been leading in the majority of the polls, but her lead has been getting smaller and smaller. She was at 34%, now she's getting into the mid-20s, with McMorrow starting to catch up with her. And Alice said not too far behind. Now, honestly, when it comes to wins this primary, I'm a bit conflicted on it because I don't see Stevens winning. I think she's just too bland of a candidate, and in the next few months, her lead will slowly decrease. I think it will really either come up to El Sayed or McMorrow. Now, I will say if El Sayed wins, I definitely think we're looking at the progressive movement slowly taking over the Democratic Party, the progressive slash socialistic Democrats, and as we can see, is getting the endorsement from all of the Democrat socialists. And she's getting the endorsement from, I believe, Heinrichs is a bit more of a centrist. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, But yeah, looking at this polling, if I had to make a prediction right now, I'd probably say McMorrow ekes out a win. From what I've seen, she definitely appears more charismatic along with El Sayed, but I definitely say as of right now, she will squeak out the win, but it'll definitely be close. And the reason why I'm against such close and contested primaries in these swing states is it really divides the voter base. We saw that in, for instance, the 2022 Senate election in Arizona, even the 2022 Senate election in Pennsylvania. Those races were incredibly divided and bitter, particularly the one in Pennsylvania with Mehmet Oz and Dave McCormick. Mehmet Oz won by 0.07 percentage points there. But another hot take is I think that the reason Mehmet Oz lost is due to Doug Mastriano's abysmal performance and the governor race. He lost by about 15 points and Oz lost by about 4.5. I believe if he did better, then Oz would have had much more of a chance. But anyway, got a bit off topic there. So, I think McMorrow will probably win this race. But if we go down to the Republican primary, Mike Rogers, of course, this is the benefit of having a completely cleared primary. He doesn't have any real challengers. He has endorsements from multiple people, the majority leader, Trump, and the base is going to be very united around Mike Rogers in this race, compared to if El Sayed, McMorrow, or even Stevens wins the incredibly bruising primary that they're in right now. If we go down to the general election, of course, all of these are toss-ups. Um, Mike Rogers definitely performs the worst against Stevens. He dominates El Sayed, and when it comes to McMorrow, he has the slight odds. I would say for all three of these matchups right here, I'd say if he went up against Stevens, he'd probably narrowly lose. If he went up against El Sayed, he'd probably win by probably a point, maybe 2 points even. If he went up against McMorrow, I think he'd narrowly win depending on the climate. Like I said with the past video, this really depends as to where Trump's approval rating is. Trump's approval rating is in the mid 40s, the high 40s. I think Mike Rogers can definitely pull it off. But if it's in the low 40s and high 30s, then I think Mike Rogers goes down. I think as of right now, this is definitely the greatest flip opportunity for Republicans. And I would say the greatest flip opportunity for Democrats is in North Carolina. But if Republicans really are able to unite around Mike Rogers, there are no hurt feelings. The Democrats have an absolutely bruising primary, which seems to be taking place right now. Then I will say Mike Rogers will have the lead going into this, and he will probably eke out a win. I probably rate this right now as Tilt R, and North Carolina would be Tilt D. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was very fun to make, a bit shorter than the others, but I like cutting to the chase with these races. And please like and subscribe and share all of this with your friends. And the more people that we get subscribed to this channel will allow more people to go on this great journey that we are going on as of right now. And since I did not see any comments on the last video, I want to ask all of you to please comment below and tell me what is your favorite part about Christmas. I will repeat my favorite part in case people are just watching this video, not the North Carolina video. But my favorite part is spending it with family and giving to other people because I love seeing the reaction on their faces during that. I hope you all have a wonderful day and goodbye.